The Leaves of Life. An exposition of stories about the human condition. By Cass Davis. An older man named Elias lived in a quiet village on the rolling hills of New York. Elias was known far and wide for his wisdom and the tales he would tell beneath the ancient oak tree that stood at the heart of the village. As the villagers gathered around him, he often spoke of the human condition, comparing it to the tree that loomed above. People, he would say, are like leaves on this tree of life. We are born in the spring, fragile and full of potential. As we grow, we flourish through the seasons, each a chapter in our lives. The children would listen with wide-eyed wonder while the adults pondered his words. In the summer of our youth, Elias continued, we bask in the warm sunlight of joy and laughter. We spread our branches wide, reaching for the sky and exploring the world. Life is a grand adventure, and we should seize it with both hands. As the years passed, the villagers watched their lives unfold, just as Elias had described. They experienced the highs and lows, the joys and sorrows, much like the changing seasons. And then, Elias mused, comes the fall of our years. Like the leaves on the tree, we begin to wither and change. Our vibrant colors fade, and we prepare for the inevitable. It is a time of reflection, of coming to terms with our mortality. The villagers nodded in understanding, for they had seen their elders enter this phase of life, and they had felt the weight of time themselves. But, Elias smiled, we should not despair. Just as the leaves fall from the tree in the fall, we too will eventually pass on, making way for new leaves to take our place. It is the circle of life, the eternal renewal of the tree. Elias's words were both a comfort and a reminder. The villagers realized that life was indeed fleeting, but it was also beautiful in its impermanence. They learned to embrace each season, cherish the moments, and appreciate the wisdom that came with age. And so, beneath the ancient oak tree, Elias continued to share his stories, guiding the villagers through the seasons of their own lives. They understood their existence was a precious part of a much larger and enduring tapestry, just like the leaves on the tree of life. As the seasons passed in the village, hope and kindness became integral to the fabric of their lives. Elias, the wise old storyteller, continued to share his wisdom under the ancient oak tree. Still, his stories began to shift toward the importance of these virtues. In the depths of winter, Elias said one chilly evening, when the tree appears barren and lifeless, hope keeps us warm. It's the belief that spring will return, new leaves will unfurl, and life will return to the branches. The villagers nodded, understanding that hope was the ember that kept their spirits alive during the coldest times. A shared hope bound them together, for they relied on each other in need. Kindness, too, thrived in the village. When a neighbor fell ill, the community rallied together, bringing warm meals, tending to their gardens, and offering a helping hand. They understood that in their interconnected lives, kindness was the currency that enriched their souls. Elias watched with a heart full of gratitude as the villagers embraced these ideals. They knew that the human condition, like the changing seasons, had challenges, but they were determined to face them with hope and kindness in their actions. As years passed, the old oak tree that had been the backdrop for many stories began showing signs of age. Its branches grew gnarled, and its leaves became thinner. Elias knew the time would come when he would join the leaves that had fallen before him, returning to the earth from which he had sprung. One day, as he sat beneath the tree, the villagers gathered around him, their faces etched with concern. With a serene smile, Elias said, "Fear not, my friends, for I am but a leaf ready to fall from this tree of life. But remember the lessons we have shared, the importance of hope and kindness." With that, Elias passed away peacefully, leaving a legacy of wisdom and compassion. Inspired by his teachings, the villagers continued living in the spirit of hope and kindness. They knew that just as one leaf fell, countless others would take its place, and the tree of life would endure. In the village's heart, they planted a new sapling, an oak tree, to honor Elias's memory. As the years went by, it grew tall and strong, a symbol of the enduring cycle of life and the power of hope and kindness in the world of humanity. Conclusion. A profound thought struck me as I stood in my backyard, watching leaves cascade from the trees like a gentle fall rain. Each leaf, in its rustling descent, seemed to whisper the wisdom of Elias, echoing the lessons I had learned in the village nestled in the valley of my childhood. I picked up my rake, its familiar wooden handle, and gathered the fallen leaves. This simple act transported me back to those early days. I remembered Elias, with his weathered face and kind eyes, sitting beneath the ancient oak tree in the village square. He would tell us stories, his voice as rhythmic as the rustling leaves, about embracing life's fleeting beauty and the unyielding cycles of nature. With each sweep of the rake, a mosaic of memories unfurled. I recalled one particularly chilly evening, the villagers huddled together, their faces illuminated by the fire's glow as Elias shared a tale. He spoke of finding warmth and hope during the coldest times and cultivating kindness as a currency more valuable than gold. It was a currency that enriched our souls and bridged the gaps between us, connecting us in unseen yet profound ways. The fallen leaves in my backyard were more than nature's litter, they were symbols of life's impermanence and inherent beauty. Like the villagers, I realized I had the choice to live with hope and kindness in my actions. I could nurture the bonds with those around me, contributing to the enduring tapestry of humanity with each small, thoughtful deed. As I finished raking, the bare branches above seemed to stand as silent sentinels, guarding the lessons of the past. A wave of gratitude washed over me for the enduring wisdom of the village, for Elias, and for the life lessons they had imparted. I knew, with certainty, as sure as the return of the leaves come spring, that hope and kindness would continue to blossom in my life and ripple out into the world, touching the lives of others in ways as countless and as beautiful as the fallen leaves at my feet. The end. Dear reader, I wanted to share some thoughts about leaves of life. In this story, we explored life's journey using the metaphor of leaves on a tree. It highlights the importance of hope and kindness in our lives. As an author who loves writing short stories and essays, I hope you found inspiration in the power of storytelling to convey meaningful ideas. Leaves of Life reminds us of life's transient nature and the opportunity to live with hope and practice kindness. I hope this story resonated with you and encouraged reflection on the human condition. Thank you for being a part of the world of storytelling. Your role as a reader is crucial in bringing stories to life. Warm regards. Cass Davis. The author's quote: "Cradled in the arms of falling leaves, I found the timeless whispers of hope and kindness, echoes of village wisdom teaching us to embrace life's fleeting dance, with a heart full of warmth and a soul rich in connection." CD. If you like this story, please like, share, and comment. Thank you.